Greetings, folks. Too Improper here, bringing you yet another 9mm bullet type cartridge. Yes, that's right, and this is a Hornady Critical Defense round. And the reason I'm presenting you with a 9mm bullet type cartridge is because I'm going to bring you a 9mm bullet type gun. That's right. And this one here is specifically a 9mm type gun called the Ruger P95. Now, let's get into the hows and whys of the Ruger P95. And I'm going to tell you right now that there is an equal amount of people that disregard this pistol as there are an equal amount of people that absolutely love and treasure the gun. I am among the latter. I absolutely love and treasure this gun. Now, a lot of people today rate this gun also unfairly because they're basing it on what people are coming out with today. This is not an updated gun. This is not an updated gun for this year. This is a Ruger P95, okay? Might have something to do with the year there. 95. This was an outstanding, wonderful gun for 1995. It is heavy for today's standards. It is bulky for today's standards, but it's a Ruger P95. This is a 9mm gun. It is a 15-round semi-automatic gun, and this was considered the cat's pajamas back when this gun very first started. So really, let's show it a little respect. This gun is outstanding. Yes, and I will go on and say that for today's standards, this gun is considered heavy. Now, is it considered heavy? Let me back up here a little bit here. Is it considered heavy by me? No, not really. I have a 1911. That's considered heavy, right? I don't know what the exact weight on this pistol is, and I will probably present the specs later on in this video. But you know, it looks, it's heavier, but to hold it in your hand, it does not feel that heavy. The slide on this gun is definitely very beefy and very thick, and the slide is definitely pretty heavy. But to hold it in your hand, it is not a problem whatsoever. I mean, if you can't pick this gun up, you probably shouldn't have guns. It again gets graded unfairly, and it gets compared to today's pistols, which just again isn't fair. You know, when you got your Mosin Nagant, for example, did you expect it to be like a brand new AR? No. And it's the same thing with this kind of thing. You know, this was from a long time ago. It's a 15-round semi-automatic gun. Yes, it's unloaded too. So let's get into it a little bit here. Alright, so this is the stainless steel slide version. And of course there is a blued version as well. And let me get up close so you can see this gun and its finish and everything. It is a very cool looking pistol. Very nice. Double action, single action. This pistol here, folks, is one of the softest shooting pistols I have ever shot. And I'm not kidding. And I have shot a lot. Very soft shooting. This is a Decocker Safety, and we'll get into that in a little bit. Here's the takedown lever and slide release. We'll get into that too. Awesome looking from all angles, and I like how this is all stainless here, and it's a very nice look. Black and stainless is a very cool look, in my opinion. I love black and stainless. Alright. So, single action, double action. Double action trigger first. Double action trigger is heavy, but smooth. No problem whatsoever, and you give it a listen. Not a problem. There's no hang-ups, no burrs, and a good, clean, crisp break. It's not that hard. And the single action trigger is also very, very nice. Let's do it. Let me do my finger here too. Let me show you so you can see my finger. Not bad. Now, the reset on this gun is pretty is pretty close, and you can see the reset actually working when you look here. I'll reset the gun twice, so you can see that thing click up. It's interesting to see the mechanics of this reset, but watch my thumb movement as well, if you can watch both at the same time. Very close reset, and then a good crisp trigger pull. Very nice. One more time with that reset. So if you missed one, you can look at the other now. And crisp. Pretty nice. Nothing to be ashamed of. So if you want to get the Ruger P95, this is not a bad pistol. A lot of people disregard it and they hate on it, but those are people that frankly have a problem. Anyway, or maybe they did with theirs. This one here, and from everybody that I've ever heard from, I have had no problems with this pistol whatsoever. It has been wonderful. The plastic is interesting. I'm not really quite sure what it is. I think it's like a fiberglass, nylon, polymer. If anybody knows, just let me know. I don't know. But it's a different kind of polymer. It's an interesting kind of polymer. And some people either love or hate the texturing here, right? I personally like it because if I'm not actually out shooting the gun, I can use it as an instrument. But it's got a good grip. You feel like you're holding a gun. The gun doesn't really go anywhere, right? This is the Decocker Safety model. So on the slide, this is in safe mode. So if you have a bullet in the chamber, it just defunctions the pistol. Release that back up, so where you can see red in that little view window right there. And you're back to firing again. This is also an easy gun to rack. 2 fingers, did you see that? A lot of people like this gun because of how easily it's racked. 2 fingers. And it's a soft recoiling gun. Now, we've got the gun open, and we've got to remove the magazine. And this magazine release right here, right, is not a pusher. See, I'm pushing it, nothing's happening. And you slide it forward with your thumb. Watch. That kind of slide. Slide it. Just slide it. It slides forward. It does not push in. Magazine comes out very well. This comes with 2 magazines. 2 15 rounders. Very nice. Now we're going to take it apart. In order to take this gun apart, you have to push down first on this thing here. See that thing protruding? I will move it for you. See it? You got to push that down. Okay, now it's in the down position. You can see some mechanicals in the way. That's that thing I just pushed down. Now, you want to move the slide release in such a way that you're right about here, right? And then you pull the pistol off, right, or you pull that pin out right about it, but at that point where that cutout is. Right, so there's that, and then the slide comes off. The internals, pretty cut and dry internals there. You guys can see that. Nothing too fancy, nothing too complicated, and you can see that this has polymer. The polymer slides or guide rails here. The polymer guide rails have caused no one any problems, so do not let that be a concern. Nobody has had a problem with the polymer rails. If anybody comes up with a problem with the polymer rails, I want to hear from them. Alright, now the slide. Here's the slide and here's the internals. Take it apart just like any other. Although this is interesting because this kind of clicks into place like this. Let me show you. Alright. And it's not a big springy action to get it off. It just kind of goes on like that. Right? And then the barrel comes out. A very nice barrel. And then the internals of this gun are very well made. Let's do it this way. Okay. The internals are done pretty well. Again, the slide's a little bit weighty, but not a problem, you know. This pistol is durable. A little bit clunky by today's standards, but this pistol is durable and it's gonna be dependable. Now we're gonna put this gun back together. We've got the slide assembly back on. We're gonna slide this back into place. I'm gonna cock this thing back into its position here, right? So that we're looking at it like this. Then we'll put this through here and we will click that down into place like that. See that? And we're back. The gun is still not ready yet because that thing is still in the way, right? And the way to get that back in is simply just to insert a magazine, which pushes it back up into position, and you are ready to disco. So I hope I filmed that well enough for you to see the whole thing. I know that I was looking at both the gun and the camera, so I'm not sure at any point if I missed any of the details. So the gun takes apart a little bit more involved, but nothing really to keep you from buying the weapon if you want it. I mean, I would still do it. I would still get the weapon. For the money, this would be an outstanding nightstand gun. This would be an outstanding truck or car gun, and definitely it's not too uncomfortable on strong side carry. In the waistband, depends on you. It can be done though, but it just depends on you. Holsters and stuff. Now they make holsters for the P95 series, and you can find them sporadically. Me, I lucked out. I had a holster here by Taiga leather, and I'm going to tell you about this. I'm going to tell you about this Taiga leather holster, or any other holsters that are made for the Springfield XD, right? Or the Springfield XD Compact is what this was for, because I had one. If you got a Springfield XD Compact holster in leather from basically anybody, it's going to basically fit any gun you have. This has fit my Glock. It has fit my Ruger P95. It fit my SD40VE. It fit my Tangfolio. It fits everything. So this is a good, if you get a holster for the Springfield XD, it is basically going to hold about every gun you've got, right? Just a little tip. Now, universal holsters, you can put the gun in basically any universal holster, right? You know, it's just got to be big enough to hold it. This is a size 8. I might go a little bit bigger for this, but it still worked, you know. Click that into place. It's got a good retainer. Flip it open. Not a problem. So universal holsters work well. And this holster here, which is also for the XD Compact I used to have from Springfield, fits every gun I have, again, because it's got that nylon, right? So if you get the holster by N8 Tactical, no, I'm sorry, N82 Tactical, right? For the XD Compact, it is a holster that fits everything. Just make sure you get the nylon one and not the tight plastic one, because they're made to fit specific guns. So holsters and accessories for these guns is not exactly impossible. Even though it's not 1995 right now, it is not impossible. Let me pick that up there. This gun here is a gun that I fully recommend. I regret to inform you that I do not have range video footage of this gun, and I really would have liked to have, but I'm pretty soon going to be trading this gun along with another for a Sig Sauer SP 2022. Now, I'm not trading this gun because I don't like it. I love this gun, and it really saddens me to have to trade it, but I want the 2022 Sig Sauer more, and it's in 40 Smith & Wesson, which I tend to like that round. There's not a problem with this gun whatsoever. It's just that I want that Sig Sauer, and I'm not exactly Thurston Howell III, so I'm trading guns in order to get that Sig Sauer, and this happens to be one of them. but it has been an outstanding functioning gun. And of the couple hundred rounds that I've shot through this gun, it has shot flawlessly. I have had no hang-ups whatsoever. This gun has been beautiful. I totally recommend this gun. And I recommend this gun for many purposes, just about every purpose. Okay, so people talk about go-to-combat guns. Would I consider this to be a go-to-combat gun? Well, if I had to base it on my 200 rounds, I would say yes. But the standards for saying go-to-combat, trust your life with a gun are pretty tight, and understandably so. So I would say almost. This is a very good gun, and it has not failed me. And from a lot of people that have this very same gun, it has not failed them either. So you could take our word for it. Not too many of us are going to combat anyway. Most of us are just regular good sheepdogs that want to defend ourselves with a good pistol and have fun at the range. And if that's what you're doing, this gun is freaking outstanding. I recommend it completely. So this is here, the Ruger P95. Yes, it's a little bit heavy. It doesn't feel that heavy in your hand. And it is inexpensive. And you guys know how I am about value. It's a tremendous value at anywhere between $299 and $350. Holy crap. I mean, go get it now. Take your family and go run to the gun store and get it. Because this is an outstanding gun. I'm Too Improper. Thank you for watching. My email address is scrolling across the bottom of the screen as we speak right now. It's tooimproper@gmail.com. Right. And if you have anything that you want to say or ask me about this pistol, I will be happy to answer you, provided you are polite and I have the time. Thanks for watching. Be safe out there and train hard with your firearms.